Trump is pausing all visas? So, Trump officials are saying that they're planning to revoke up to 200,000 visas, the NPR is reporting. The Trump administration is preparing to cancel 200,000 immigration visas nationwide in what could be the largest in U.S. history. But experts suggest that it's really performative. I don't know. State Department spokesperson Tommy Pigott, I believe that's how you say his name, says the agency is identifying and revoking the visas of immigrants who came to the U.S. claiming to be short-term visitors either for tourism or business, but then filed for asylum. Okay, I mean, I kind of agree with that. If you want to claim asylum, try to claim it right off the bat. Don't just come here as a tourist, as a business person, and then magically say, let's try to stay here the rest of my life now by just trying to use asylum as the excuse. Under President Trump and Secretary Rubio's leadership, we are making clear that a visa is a privilege, not a right. I've always said that. Nobody is guaranteed a visa. We do not need to reward people a visa to stay in this country. It is not a right for a foreigner to have to stay in another country, no matter where you are across the world. And that's usually how it is across the world. But of course, America is always expected to just bend over backwards for everybody. Obtaining a visa in order to seek asylum is fraud, which is grounds for visa revocation. This is an outgoing process as we uphold the integrity of our visa and asylum laws. Okay, I actually agree with that. I don't really see a problem with that. The 200,000 revocations will not happen in one fell swoop, but on a rolling basis. The administration source says, okay, well, let's see if they actually go through with this and it's not just a bunch of empty promises. Now, of course, immigrant attorneys and liberals are going to be very offended by this. They're going to say that, well, foreigners have a right now to visas to just enter this country, of course, but never usually the other way around. Called it an empty effort. It doesn't have consequences. If an immigrant overstays their short-term visa, they are already breaking the law. So this new policy is not making it easier to deport anyone. It's just revoking visas that are already invalid. Okay, so I get what was said earlier, how it's performative. Okay, but then if this immigration attorney, is saying that, well, it's already law to begin with, but then I really shouldn't see anybody having problems with this. But Glazer says that this could affect people who have been in the U.S. for a long time and established roots here, including by having U.S. citizen children. So, of course, that's always a defense. Oh, but they've been here forever. It's still against the law, all right? It's not our fault. It's not our responsibility to babysit everybody. You knew the consequences coming here. Just because you've been here for 20 years, 30 years, established a life, or just been here for 1 year, you're still breaking the law, okay? She says there's a narrative that people apply for asylum to buy time so they qualify for an adjustment of status, especially if they have children who were born in the U.S. I mean, is that necessarily false, though? That's what they're doing? I don't know. But then here's another report I'm seeing, that U.S. halts all immigration visa applications. This is from The Guardian recently, a few hours ago. Let's take a look at this. All U.S. immigrant visa applications have been paused by the Trump administration as the State Department moves to tighten restrictions and limit access to applicants who they deem could end up relying on U.S. assistance. Okay, I don't really see that being a problem. I've also said for a while that we kind of just need to do a whole immigration reform, visa reform. I'm not against immigration at all. All right, I'm always supported legal immigration. I always support tourists. I always support people on visas. But we have a major problem in this country with a lot of people trying to play the system, finding a lot of loopholes. And I think it's not the worst idea to just put a temporary pause for a month or 2 or 3, however long necessary, to figure this stuff out. You cannot deny, whether you're Republican or Democrat, that there is not problems with this system. I mean, even Democrats complain about how long it takes to get citizenship. I think we just got to pause it, do some maintenance. You know, like how websites do a lot of temporary maintenance. Do that with this immigration system that we have. Pause if you need to. Figure this stuff out. I don't think it's really the craziest thing ever to do. The agency launched the initiative at all embassies and consulates in early August. According to the official, and visa appointments had to be adjusted to accommodate in-depth training according to the official. Okay, I don't really see a problem with that at all. I think that's actually pretty good. The State Department has been working on updated guidance and training since early this year to ensure all consular officers are fully equipped to evaluate every visa applicant comprehensively and consistently. I think that is great, actually. I have full support of that. This is what I actually voted for. Of course, now the media and Democrats are going to make this seem worse than it actually is. They're going to say that it's a war on immigrants, it's a racist, it's bigoted. No, I think this is actually pretty solid. This week, the Trump administration also announced plans to revoke visas from asylum seekers who initially entered the country for tourism. So this is what we just read earlier in the article. Listen, I like all of this. I think this is necessary. I'll be honest. Listen, you can complain all you want now about the immigration problems right now, but where were you during the Biden administration? It's not the Trump's fault. It's not Republicans' fault. It's not Americans' fault, unless you really voted for this, that the Biden administration let in millions and millions of illegal, undocumented immigrants. Whether you argue that these people are good or not, whether you argue that these people are hard workers, which many of them are, no doubt about it, it's not safe to just let in millions and millions of people like this. It's not safe. It's not good for a country. It's not good for the taxpayers. It's not good for the health of the immigrants. It's not good. So blame Biden for having to do all this. And now Trump's elected in office. We have to play catch up. We basically have to just take care of all this. So listen, I think this is actually pretty smart. I think this is good. Shouldn't be long term, but temporary for a few months, however long necessary to get this under control, so the right people who actually have a valid reason to enter our country, are entering our country. I'm okay with this. If you disagree with this for some reason, okay, that's fine. People are allowed to disagree with me, obviously, but comment down below. I like to hear your respectful comments about why you think this is wrong. Make sure to subscribe. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers. I'm out, guys. Peace.